Basketball fans, welcome into Canada's home for talking hoops. This is the Hangout. I am Akil Augustine, and as always, we've got three people ready to spit that truth about the NBA and all things basketball. At the end of the couch, the man who just literally ran off the streets.
Don't judge me.
We're judging.
I'm here.
He's out of breath. You can hear him
I'm
panting and breathing. Darn near cardiac arrest. My favorite comedian, that's comedian Tricks.
What's going on, bro?
Of course, one of the newest members of the family. Joe, out here stunting, though. I'm supposed to have the best sneakers on the show. You do know this, right?
Trying to steal your spotlight, man.
Damn, okay. It's maybe your last episode. And, of course, our NCAA expert, First Lady of the Couch, Amy Audibert. Let's jump right into it. Joe, I'll start with you. The Toronto Raptors are now approaching the end of the season. So I want to know, as a fan, as a journalist, are you more concerned about the old issues that we've talked about for the past 5 years with this Raptors squad, or with the changes that they've made? Are there new issues on the horizon that we can't even think of?
Yeah, I think leave the old issues in the past. You know, this is a new team, a new superstar at the head of the snake in Kawhi Leonard. I don't think those concerns are really relevant right now. The only thing that's really concerning me is just they're kind of snake bitten, whether it's like injuries or for whatever reason, guys being in and out of the lineup. You know, they think they're finally getting their full team back, and then Serge gets in a fight. They think they're finally getting their full team back, and then Mitchell Robinson goes Ric Flair chop block on Kyle Lowry.
Are you buying? You think he tried to take him out?
I think it was one of those like advertent things. I'm not saying he was trying to hurt him, but I think he knew what he was doing.
So your concerns about Kyle of the past and the issues in the playoffs, you think that's done?
Yeah, because I think the last couple of years he's been good in the playoffs. His reputation is tied to DeMar DeRozan in the playoffs. He's been good the last two playoffs.
I gotta say though, based on experience, I mean this fan base. Look at last year. Hey, we were feeling good right around this time of year, and then look what happened in the playoffs. So, based on what's happened as of recent, I mean, hey, if it's gonna happen, it is gonna happen now. But I mean, we said that last year and it didn't happen. So I think the pressure's on just a little bit more.
Tricks is rolling his eyes, showing us the yellows of his eyes.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
Because we enjoy it. This is why you watch the game.
Do you guys, the delusion of Raptor fans needs to stop, guys.
So
second round.
That's it?
They're coming out. Why? Because I say this every year. I don't care if you have Kawhi Leonard. Okay? I don't care.
Really? You don't think that changes things?
Here's the thing.
That sounds ignorant.
It's not ignorant. This is what happens every year.
Ignorant.
Every year we do this, okay? First half of the season, Raptors look great, right? A couple of injuries happen, whatever. This is the 1 year, right, where Masai actually went and got some things done. Got in. No, come on. Gasol was a pretty big trade. Okay. Got Macau in there. Got some decent pieces. But every time the second half of the season starts, other teams in the East get better significantly.
Philly made a big
Philly
trade.
gets better. Milwaukee gets better.
Well,
heck, we can't even beat Detroit. Listen, just listen, bro. Okay? My issue with the Raptors. My issue with the Raptors is very simple. Okay? I don't care about this regular season. I don't. It's all about what happens in the playoffs. And do I think this team is ready to make that leap in the playoffs and go to the finals this year? I just don't see it this year.
Joe, what do you say to the Tricksters of the world? Because I know you encountered them a lot.
No, I don't understand the logic when that we haven't seen this team, this iteration of this team in the playoffs. They might fall flat on their face. We don't know that, but we haven't seen this team before. You saw Kawhi Leonard in a Raptors jersey in the playoffs last spring. I didn't see it. You guys see it?
But were we not supposed to take the East last year too?
I think there's a big difference in going into Eastern Conference playoffs when LeBron James is there and you don't have Kawhi Leonard on your team. There's no way you have Kawhi on your team and LeBron's not on the other side. I think that's a big difference.
We have listen. The East is wide open with LeBron gone.
Yes.
But there's this little sneak. I don't know if you heard of them. They're called the Milwaukee Bucks. That might be a problem for us.
Well, they don't have Malcolm Brogdon. They don't have Mirotic with the injury.
They might be a problem for us. And us delusional fans we're gonna have this conversation.
Amy, you're biting your tongue. He's gonna eat up all the time on the clock.
I understand both sides. That's, I guess, what my point was that hey, if it's gonna happen, it should happen this year.
It needs to.
They changed their head coach. They got Kawhi Leonard. You look at midseasons, it should happen this year. However, based on the past, it hasn't happened. So I guess we'll see.
So I guess this question is more directed towards Amy and Joe because Trix is so far off on his island that
what island? What island am I on?
Ignorance Island.
Really?
So here's my next question. You're taking a look at the moves that Masai made this year. Are you confident that this is the type of team that could go to the finals?
Again, I think on paper they're capable of it. They very well can.
Paper Titans.
But the top four in the East are going to be tight. Like the second round of the East is going to be a bloodbath. And a team that could get out of the East could also lose in the second round. And I don't think that's necessarily the flaws in the roster and any of the 4 teams as much as it is the margin for error is just very slim among all 4 of them.
Yeah, and I'd say, I mean, the Kyle Lowry injury, it was scary. And even Kawhi Leonard with the load management at this point in the season because, and the late additions. My question is, how long has this great core actually had to work together and how much chemistry do they have and how many reps? And now, I mean, it's the playoffs and another 10 games from now. So I guess that's where my biggest apprehension is that I just haven't seen the full package yet, but it looks really good when it's on.
Trix, you're going to run out of faces by the time this
I agree with her, to be honest with you.
Okay, quickly.
I completely agree with her.
I want to get your feedback on Marc Gasol because I know we finally got a chance to see him play a little bit. How's he looking for you?
I think he's filling the role that was expected of him. I think if you expected Marc Gasol to come in and average 20 and 10, you were kind of delusional about it. I think what they wanted from him is what they're getting. He's opening up the floor with his vision, his passing. Yeah. It's not a coincidence that they're shooting the ball a lot better since he's been on the floor because of the looks he's getting other guys. He's just so smart with the way he moves the ball and keeps the offense flowing.
T-Rex, you got your 2 cents to throw into the ring?
I agree with him on that one. I think that Marc Gasol is doing what he was brought here to do. He's definitely upgraded that position for us. He's a better passer. He definitely opens up the floor. I think Marc Gasol is a good addition to the team.
Okay, before we get out of this, any concerns about Kyle Lowry? We know that the ankle is rolled out against Oklahoma City, end of the year. I remember last year, for a couple years, they tried to rest him towards the end of the year. It's kind of hard to get his rhythm back. Are we at all concerned? Joe, Amy?
Of course, how are you not? I mean, it's just the biggest playoff series in franchise history. It's just your all-star. But no, I'm not. I mean, this is sports, though, and then now this is huge pressure on VanVleet, on Jeremy Lin to kind of sustain and get things going. And hopefully he's a basketball player who just twisted his ankle because, I mean, we've all done that, right?
We're gonna need Kyle Lowry if we're gonna do anything in the playoffs. I don't believe in Jeremy Lin. Sorry.
Wow, okay. Shots fired at Jeremy Lin. Linsanity continues to roll on. I like the kid. I can't complain. Still more to come. When we return, we go big game hunting. And Marcus Smart was hunting for a scrap thanks to Tobias Harris. Joel Embiid did not respond. And that led to an epic comeback for the Sixers. We break down Sixers-Celtics futures when we return on Hangout.